Yeah, good day, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I believe we're doing great. So this morning, I want to show you how you can do a kind of a little manipulation using your smartphone. This is PixelLab that we're going to use. So stay tuned and see the little way you can do a kind of manipulation on your Android smartphone. So we're going to use PixelLab, then combine it with PixArt. Now determine the size you want to use first. So I'm going to stick with this size 1171 by 120. After I'm done with that, then I will enter to my gallery. You can access the resources at the description of this video. So selecting this, then you position it at the middle. You have this particular result. After that has been done, you can access the gallery back. Then what you are going to do now, selecting this and reposition it. So we have this overlay which I manipulated behind the screen. After that has been done, you can now lock it. Now you have this result. Now heading back to the gallery, then the next thing you are going to do, bring in the next to, then you position it here. Go back to the gallery as well, then you find a kind of a shadow which you can use. Okay, so take it for instance, I will use this particular shadow, crop it a little bit, stretch it, then use it to size. I want it to size this particular area. So what I'm going to do next is to send it to the back. So after sending it, place it at the middle. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to shift it up a bit. Now go to the opacity, reduce the opacity, okay, just to make sure that it lay properly. After that has been done, you can now lock the whole stuff. Once that has been done, then you can head in back to the gallery as well. Then the next thing you are going to do is to bring this leaf, position it here, then you go back. There are two of which, position the second one here as well. So the magic that you're going to perform here is to use your mask to cut out the amount that will be displaying. Okay, so take it for instance, I'm cutting out this part. I'm going to do the same thing for the second one. Okay, then we have this result. So once that has been done, I will bring the next two at the hub, then have the two being locked. Now we have the whole result being cool at that particular stage. Now the next thing is to bring this, position it, okay, to cover this particular part. Now what we're going to do next for this is to make sure that we apply a shadow to make it feel good. Now draw it down a bit to be able to feel relaxed. Now reduce the strength of the shadow a little bit. I'm not going to apply any shadow to that so that we are not going to, so that we will not spoil the whole stuff. Now after that has been done, then the next thing we need to do at that level is to bring in this, which will be beside the next two. We are going to bring the tomato to join it as well, so we have this result. Now we are going to stretch that one down a little bit. Taking for instance, we are going to stretch this one out a bit. Okay, we have this particular result. So after stretching that, we can now merge the two together, then bring it down a bit. Perfect. Now doing that, we can now go to shadow, apply the shadow. You can increase the radius but bring it down a bit. Now go to the plus sign and you reduce the strength of it. Now tap on the tomato, apply the same thing to that to make it feel relaxed. You can increase the blurriness while you drag this one down. You text this to see that it's actually working. Okay, perfect. Now after this has been done, you can lock the whole stuff. So what I'm going to do next is to bring this. So bringing it up, then we have this particular result. Now we can actually position other stuff to make it cool, but I'm locking it to that level. After that has been done, then the next thing is to bring the next tool. Then you position it at the top, which is cool. Now go to the color, then apply the white color. Now lock it. Now we need to blur some part here, and how that will be. So it's very simple. How we're going to do that? So we need to just make sure that we blur some parts. So what we are going to do is to make sure we blur the leaves here, and the leaves here. Then how that will be. So we need to just lock this, hide it. Then we hide it as well, hide the next two, then we check. Okay, so we have a shadow, we hide it as well. Then the next thing is we have the three leaves. Now the next two should be hidden as well. We hide this as well. Then we are going to position this by using a transparent background, and we have it locked. So I'm saving it directly. So after achieving that, close the whole stuff. Then you ourselves your piece art back. After that has been done, you can go to plus sign and you bring it. Sorry. So you are going to bring what you just saved. So after this has been done, then the next thing you are going to do, remember we want to blur it. So you can go to the effect. This is our piece art. You can go to blurriness and you apply the blur. If it is too much, don't double tap. Then you go to you reduce the strength here, maybe to 4. Let's look at the fading. So we fade it. Just 4 is okay. Make it to be blur. So after that, you have your work being saved. So once you save it, and that's the only trick we want to do at that particular juncture. So what we're going to do next is to import it first. So I'm going to import that one first, and this is it. So reposition it on top of the previous one. Okay, so what we're going to do next after importing that is to delete the rest. So the one that is not hidden, you delete them. Now you can now enable the work to be able to say. So I'm enable them. So what I'm going to do next is to send this to the back. So you can see, right? So you send it to the back, but enable the whole stuff. So after sending it to the back, you can now go in there, bring in the stuff back. So you have the whole stuff at your hands like this. So everything seems to be perfect and cool. So the next thing I'm thinking we should do at this juncture is to just have a kind of a manipulation to this. So we are going to just stretch this one down a little bit, not much, so that it will be able to have a line. So after that, we can add the text of our choice. So take it for instance, I want to go to, let me go to where we can add, so let's go to quotes. Quotes. So everything is English, but kind of a more motivation. Opportunity does not knock, it presents itself when you beat down the door. So let's just use this for designing sake, and we can just go and maybe select the one more. What you get by achieving your goal is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. So I'm looking at this, then we can go for beta tags like Achivo. then you have this result, reduce it perfectly, then you are going to significantly position it there. But the fact that is somehow short, I do not like it. So let's look at learning the beginning of what. So we go into the font. You can actually use any one of your choice. So I'm selecting based on my choice. So you can select that, then don't position to the center, and you can actually just link it to the center, depends on your choice. But I want to just stick to the left, then I will have this particular result. Everything will seem to be boom. So I can make it to be in 3 line actually, and I can make it to be in 2 line. So I can increase the size a bit, up its position around there just as perfect. So I will position it here. Okay, cool. So now we come up with the end of the design. You can actually uh, play your wheel around and do a kind of a little manipulation by presenting your product as perfect as this, and everything will seem to be cool. So there's no cause for alarm. The last but not the least here is to bring in this. So after bringing them, then the next thing I'm going to do is to just crop this out a bit. So after cropping it out, you look at it very well. So if the schedule is much, you can actually go for the one that is not blur. So we can just position around there. Okay, position it around there. So let's look at that. So perfect. So we have the work at our hand and everything seems to be cool. So we can go further by the kind of a manipulation the whole stuff to make it look awesome. So everything seems to be cool now, and we are at the best of what we just did. Okay, so let me add more shadow to this. I want to take something and see how it will work. So when we have this, do we have a better options? So let's just so reposition something back whether we have this, and I guess this is actually cool. Okay, so send it to the back where we have this, then have it the lock. So we can now save the work, and this is the perfect thing that we have achieved. So now we have it saved and everything seems to be cool. Now the last but not the least is to visit Snapseed. Okay, after making the whole work saved, uh, so we'll go to Snapseed where we're going to enhancing the whole stuff. So here we are in the Snapseed. Then we can visit this to make it more sharper. Okay, so I want to fix it by looking this, or let me use pop spoil the old stuff. Let me use accentuate spoil the old stuff. So I can do a normal editing into it. So I will go into my tune, then apply the brightness a little bit, contrast a bit. Okay, apply the contrast a bit, saturation, and apply it a bit. Ambience should be reduced. Highlight should be added. The shadow should come. The shadow should come a bit. The warm should come a bit. So we save the work. So now we go to details. We increase the details a little bit. Then the structure. We check the structure. The structure is affecting the whole stuff. So we need to apply it a little bit. Okay, perfect. So we have the work to be saved. Now to put a finishing touch to what we just did, we'll go to an application called Photo Editor. So accessing this application, okay, sorry, I guess I just use this thing, but it's outdated. So I have alternative here. So we have another one called Lumi. You can see the Lumi photo editors. So that you do a wonderful work as well. So when you select that, we import what we just designed. Then what do? You can apply the texture. It depends, and you might decide or not to. So I don't really like applying that. I always like using my own. So you can just play your wheel around. So I will go to adjustment, then go to curve. I need to deal with blue. So you can apply the blue to make it more sharper. So when you bring it down, you go down, you bring it up, you have this. So after that, I have to save it. So you go in back there, the green one, you need to make it sharper. You have green stuff there. You go to the red, you make it sharper. Then you cap. Okay. Go to the contrast, apply contrast a bit to see when we use an auto adjust, we might not like it. So auto tone a little bit. We don't need the grain, the convex. We don't need that. Like a warm blood whole stuff. So we don't need that. Ambience, we don't need. Fade, we don't need. Sharp, we need to sharp it a bit to something fits. We denoise it. Clarity, increase it a bit. Make it boom. Be watching. So go to temperature a little bit. The vibrance a little bit. So when you see the vibrance a little bit, the saturation a bit. So compared to what we have done before, you can see drastic changes. The skin tone increase a little bit. Just play your wheel around it. So we'll go to the effect where we have a blink. Do we need this? So you can just play your wheel around. So when you put something like this, so you can see when we go to lenses, so you play your wheel around, you have this stuff. So we don't actually need this, okay? We don't actually need this, but the one we need, I will go there now. Okay, so there is some we need like this. So you can see we actually need some like this. So I really need this, so I have to just adjust a little bit to be transparent. So after that has been done, I can even make a stroke to what I've done just so far. So I will increase it. So you can see like we have, but this thing spoiled the whole stuff. I don't actually need it. So I have to cancel it, then click OK. So now I don't need to blur anything. I don't need any effect on anything. And this is awesome the way I want it. I don't need to blur the backgrounds. If I want to blur the background, I can have this, but it will affect the whole text. So I do not need it. Okay. So I have to back to what I've done, remove the background here. So everything seems to be perfect to my choice. So I tap OK. So thanks for watching, guys. I believe we're getting something here. God bless you.